Have you ever wondered if, with just two simple words, you can completely change how a woman sees you? I have, and trust me, the answer will surprise you. No need for fancy words, no need for complicated flirting techniques. Just a phrase spoken at the right time and place with a little confidence and sincerity, and you'll see the difference. It's like you're struggling to open a door, trying every key, then suddenly realizing the door wasn't locked in the first place. Where's the secret? Join me to find out in this video. Oh, before we start, don't forget to like and subscribe to support me. Who knows, this knowledge might just help you open the door to your own happiness. Many men make the mistake of being too agreeable or indecisive when talking to women. They often say things like, "We can do whatever you want," or "I don't know, whatever you like is fine." This not only confuses the woman about what you really want, but also creates a sense of lack of direction and indecisiveness. What you may not realize is that when you are too flexible or vague about your desires, you are not showing confidence, which can turn women off faster than you think. Famous psychologist William James once said, "Action seems to follow feeling, but really action and feeling go together, and by regulating the action, which is own under the more direct control of the will, we can indirectly regulate the feeling, which is to not." This means that your assertiveness and leadership not only affect how women perceive you, but also affect your own feelings about yourself. When you don't make decisions and leave everything to chance, you are also diminishing your value in the eyes of others. In fact, social psychology research indicates that women are often attracted to men who display confidence, assertiveness, and leadership. This doesn't mean you should impose your will, but that you need to know what you want and not be afraid to express it. For example, instead of saying, "We can go somewhere you want," be more specific. "I'd like us to have dinner at this Italian restaurant, as I've heard the food there is delicious." This not only shows that you are prepared, but also shows that you are confident enough to make decisions and trust your choices. This clarity and assertiveness gives women a sense of security and trust. Napoleon Bonaparte once said, "Knowing the decision-making you have to decide." These words demonstrate the importance of knowing what you want and taking corresponding action. Many men fear that assertiveness will make them appear arrogant or inflexible, but this is not true if you know how to balance expressing your desires with respecting the desires of others. It's important to understand that confidence does not equate to coercion. You can be assertive, but still flexible. For example, you could say, "I'd like us to have dinner this Friday at Restaurant A, but if you have any other suggestions, I'm open to considering them." This approach not only shows that you have confidence, but also respects the woman's opinion, which helps build a relationship based on sincere interaction and mutual respect. By being confident and assertive, you are sending the message that you know what you want and are willing to take responsibility for your choices. This is extremely important in building attraction. As Dale Carnegie said, "You can't win anyone to your way of thinking with self-doubt." Women are attracted to assertive men because it shows security and the ability to control the situation. If you don't show assertiveness and certainty in your behavior, it's hard for a woman to feel that you are someone she can rely on in difficult times. Remember, your goal is not to control or force others to do your will, but to be clear about your desires, and at the same time, respect the feelings and opinions of the other person. This not only helps you build a lasting relationship, but also helps you become the best version of yourself. Confidence, as Eleanor Roosevelt said, "No one can make you feel inferior without your consent," is an important factor in helping you express your value and make others attracted to you. So instead of being vague or timid, stand up and say what you want. This not only brings natural attraction, but also builds respect from the other person. Don't forget that it is assertiveness and confidence that truly make a man attractive. Here's the secret. These two words provide what women truly value in a man: confidence, clarity, and leadership. These two key words are, "I want." Now, You might think these words are nothing special, but the reality is they express something incredibly important, that you know what you want and are not afraid to express it. When you say, "I want," you're not just making a request, you're asserting your position and revealing your assertiveness, a quality many women find irresistible. When you say, "I want," you're not simply making a request, but also expressing certainty and decisiveness about your desires. You're not hesitant, you're not beating around the bush, but frankly stating what you think. It is this clarity and decisiveness that creates an irresistible attraction, making you more masculine and trustworthy in the eyes of women. Remember the story of King Leonidas of Sparta. When the Persian messenger demanded that the Spartan army lay down their arms, Leonidas responded with two short but powerful words, "Ma'alan labe," come and get them. This steadfastness and indomitability not only demonstrated Sparta's military strength, but also testified to their spirit of self-reliance, refusing to submit to any force. There have been many studies showing that confidence is one of the most important factors in making an impression on others, especially in romantic relationships. Dale Carnegie, author of the famous book How to Win Friends and Influence People, once said, "To succeed, you need courage, confidence, and assertiveness." Confidence is not just about believing in yourself, but also about the ability to express it outwardly through actions and words. When you use the phrase "I want," you are showing that you have a clear goal and the determination to achieve it. Women are often attracted to clarity and assertiveness because it demonstrates leadership. In fact, a study from Columbia University found that those with leadership qualities and who know what they want are often rated as more attractive. When you say, "I want," you're not just expressing a desire, but also showing a willingness to make sure it happens, a valuable quality to women. Winston Churchill, one of the world's greatest leaders, once said, "A good leader is not only someone who knows how to make decisions, but also someone who is not afraid to make decisions." The phrase, "I want," is a testament to your decisiveness and sense of leadership. Imagine if you're asking a woman out to dinner, instead of saying vaguely, "If you want, we can meet sometime," how different it would be to say, "I want to take you to dinner this Friday." Not only is it clearer, it also shows that you're not afraid to express your desire. Instead of making others guess, you deliver a direct and specific message, which creates a natural attraction. Women often feel that a confident man is someone who knows what they want and dares to say it instead of just waiting and obeying the wishes of others. Another prime example is in a conversation. When you tell a woman, "I want to understand you better. Can we go for coffee this week?" you are expressing your interest sincerely and clearly. This is the difference from just saying general and indecisive things. This not only helps you make a strong impression, but also shows respect for her time and feelings because you have proactively made a specific offer. In addition, confidence and assertiveness also make you more attractive because it shows you are responsible. You not only know what you want, but you are also willing to do it. As the philosopher Aristotle once said, "We are what we repeatedly do." Excellence, then, is not an act, but a habit. Using the phrase, "I want," not only helps you express yourself, but also helps you build a positive habit in life. You will no longer be someone who always waits for approval from others, but become a leader who knows the path they want to take. Women appreciate men who have leadership qualities, not only at work, but also in personal relationships. When you say, "I want," you're not just expressing what you want, but also creating a safe space for the woman to express herself. This helps build a relationship based on trust and mutual respect. You are confident, clear, and know what you want. That's what makes you different and attractive. Congratulations on discovering the secret of the two words "I want," but grasping their power is just the beginning. The important thing is that you know how to apply them in reality, turning them into a powerful weapon in your journey to conquer love. Saying "I want" may sound simple, but to apply it effectively, you need finesse and skill. Let me show you how to use these two words to make a real difference in your life. When you ask a woman out, instead of saying something vague like, "Hey, if you want, we could meet sometime," be direct and clear. "I want to take you to dinner this Friday." Reflect on the shift in dynamic here. You no longer sound like someone seeking approval or permission, but instead, you come across as direct, clear, and confident, which is truly attractive to her. It's this decisiveness that creates the power and attraction that many men don't expect. To illustrate this, remember the words of Dale Carnegie, author of the famous book, How to Win Friends and Influence People. People are usually persuaded not by reason, but by confidence. When you say, "I want," you're not just conveying the message that you have a specific desire, but also sending a strong signal that you're confident about what you want and not afraid to express it. Confidence is not only attractive, but it also spreads and inspires those around you. Using "I want" is not only meaningful in romantic situations, but also brings power in work and social situations. For example, when you're in a meeting and want to propose an idea, instead of saying, "If everyone agrees, we could try this," boldly say, "I want to propose an idea that I believe will benefit the project." By using words that express a clear will, you not only assert your position, but also increase the likelihood that others will respect and listen to you. As Theodore Roosevelt once said, "In any moment of decision, the best thing you can do is the right thing. The next best thing is the wrong thing, and the one worst thing you can do is nothing." 2. This implies that assertiveness and clarity always bring more positive results than vagueness and lack of direction. Also, in everyday life, when you clearly express your desires, you're making it easier for others to understand you better, thereby building lasting and deep relationships. For example, instead of saying, "Whatever you want to do, I'm fine with it," try saying, "I want us to go see that new movie this weekend." This way of speaking not only helps you express your interest clearly, but also gives the feeling that you are a planner, and more importantly, you know how to appreciate shared experiences. Many men think that being flexible and accommodating is a good way to attract women, but this is not true. As the famous saying by psychologist William James goes, "The greatest discovery of my generation is that a human being can alter his life by altering his attitudes." When you are honest about what you want and express it confidently, you not only create a good impression, but also build a strong and trustworthy image. Women, as well as everyone else, are attracted to people who know themselves well and are not afraid to assert it. As Seneca, a famous Stoic philosopher, said, "Difficulties strengthen the mind as labor does the body." Practice using "I want" in all communication situations, from small everyday things to important life decisions. Initially, you may feel unfamiliar, even awkward, but don't give up. The more you practice, the more confident and proficient you will become. Next, when starting a conversation with a woman you're interested in, instead of being vague or too shy, say something like, "I want to get to know you better. Let's grab coffee this week." This statement is not just an invitation, but it also conveys your interest, confidence, and sincerity. Being direct and clear like this will leave a positive impression, as most women appreciate honesty and clarity in communication. An example that illustrates this is the famous advice from relationship expert Dale Carnegie: "People invariably like those who admire them." When you use the phrase, "I want to understand you better," you are demonstrating proactiveness in building a relationship and showing that you genuinely want to get to know the other person. This helps create a sense of security, making the woman feel cared for and respected, which in turn makes it easier for her to open up. In fact, when a man clearly expresses his intentions and is not afraid of rejection, it has a special appeal. This is consistent with Aristotle's famous saying, "Courage is the first of human qualities, because it is the quality which guarantees the others." When you show courage by clearly stating your desires, you not only attract the other person's attention, but also create a trustworthy image. Writer Oscar Wilde once said, "Be yourself, everyone else is already taken." When communicating with women, don't try to be someone else or hide your true self. Express your personality, thoughts, and desires with confidence and sincerity. Don't worry about being rejected. As the philosopher Seneca taught, every new beginning comes from some other beginning's end. If she agrees, congratulations. And if she refuses, don't be discouraged. Consider it a learning experience and keep moving forward. Therefore, always be confident in saying what you want, with respect and sincerity. This approach not only helps you stand out in the eyes of the woman, but also creates a solid foundation for a relationship based on mutual understanding and respect. Before we continue, let me ask you, have you ever thought about sending just one text message that could make a woman crave you instantly? It may sound like something out of a fairy tale, but in reality, effective and emotional communication through text messages can produce unexpected results. Imagine a message so powerful that it occupies her mind, making her think about you constantly, even when she's with someone else or just sees you as a friend. This is not something far-fetched if you know how to connect the right emotions and trigger her deep interest. These secret phrases trigger an obsession, making her excited and desperate to see you. Think of this as the power of words that the famous writer Mark Twain once said, "The difference between the almost right word and the right word is really a large matter. 'Tis the difference between the lightning bug and the lightning." When words do this, yes, words have the ability to change the emotions and attitudes of the listener, and when you master the art of using words skillfully, you can touch the heart of anyone. Especially in today's world, where texting has become a common way to connect, the power of a message can be a bridge to stronger emotional connection than ever before. To clarify this, let's take a real-life example. Imagine texting her, "I can't stop thinking about your smile from our last meeting. It made my day so much better." These words are not just compliments, but also contain your sincere care, attention, and feelings for her. Women, like everyone else, have a need to feel special and important. When you convey your emotions through text messages, and especially when you express them authentically and confidently, she will feel the special attention you give her, which will naturally draw her to you. The famous psychologist William James once said, "The deepest principle in human nature is the craving to be appreciated." When you know how to make a woman feel special and important through your messages, you have activated the deepest thing in her heart, the desire to be loved and cherished. This creates a deeper connection and can even create a gentle obsession, making her always want to be with you. However, always remember that sincerity and respect must be the foundation of any relationship. The phrases you send should not be just tactics to manipulate emotions, but must come from the heart, from a genuine concern for her. When you connect with genuine emotion, your message will be more powerful than ever. It will not only make her think of you, but also make her appreciate and admire your confidence and sophistication. These secret phrases can trigger an obsession, but be careful. If you're not truly ready for her to fall head over heels in love, don't use them superficially. Every word has potential power, the power to build or hurt. As writer Maya Angelou once said, "I've learned that people will forget what you said. People will forget what you did, but people will never forget how you made them feel." When you know how to make her feel loved and special, she will remember you forever. Think of this as a reminder that your words can create deep emotions. When you connect in the right way, you can touch her heart and make her remember you even in her busiest moments. But again, this requires sincerity. If you just want her to fall madly in love with you without the intention of building a lasting relationship, these phrases can become dangerous as they touch on the deepest emotions of a person. Use this power responsibly and only when you truly want to build a loving and sincere relationship. As the Stoic philosopher Epictetus said, "It's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters. Use language wisely and responsibly to create meaningful connections and spread love." And if you're not ready for passionate love, be careful with these secret phrases, because once you've ignited the flame in her heart, you'll find it hard to extinguish. But the most important thing to remember is your tone of voice. It's not just what you say, but how you say it that matters. As the famous speaker Maya Angelou once said, "People will forget what you said, people will forget what you did, but people will never forget how you made them feel." Your tone and attitude are key to making these words effective. When you convey a message with the right tone, you create a sense of closeness, naturalness, and trustworthiness with the listener. In communicating with women, this becomes even more important. A tone that is too rigid or commanding can make the other person feel uncomfortable and insecure. Imagine you're inviting her to the movies. If you say, "I want you to go to the movies with me," in a cold, commanding tone, she will feel uncomfortable and controlled. On the other hand, if you say it with a warm smile and sincere eyes, she will feel your care and appreciation. As Dale Carnegie, author of the famous book How to Win Friends and Influence People, once said, "You can make more friends in 2 months by becoming interested in other people than you can in 2 years by trying to get other people interested in you." Let your voice be the connecting thread, the bridge that brings you closer to her heart. Practice communicating with a confident, warm, and sincere tone. Don't be afraid to express your feelings, but also remember to listen and respect the feelings of the other person. The balance between assertiveness and understanding is the key for you to create meaningful conversations and win her heart. Overcoming the fear of starting. I know it can be difficult at first. You may be afraid that you will come across as rude or afraid of being rejected. But I'm here to tell you that this is completely normal. We all have a fear of being hurt, but it is in that vulnerability that true strength lies. When you allow yourself to be clear about what you want, you not only show the world but also prove to yourself that you deserve happiness and that you are willing to fight for it. As writer Brené Brown once said, "Vulnerability is not weakness. It's our greatest measure of courage." When you dare to start, dare to step out of your comfort zone and clearly express your desires, you are showing inner strength that not everyone has. The reality is that many of us delay starting just for fear of failure, fear of rejection. But remember, failure is not the worst thing. Inventor Thomas Edison once said, "I have not failed. I've just found 1,0,0,0,0 ways that won't work." From those failures, Edison built inventions that changed the world. This proves that the fear of failure is only a stepping stone to success if you know how to overcome it. Think of starting as a lesson. Every time you dare to say what you want, every time you try to start, you are opening up opportunities for yourself to learn and grow. Amazon founder Jeff Bezos once shared, "If you decide that you're going to do only the things you know are going to work, you're going to leave a lot of opportunity on the table. You can't move forward if you don't dare to try. The first steps may be small and anxious, but they are the foundation for bigger leaps." When you face your fear and dare to start, you are sending a powerful message that you are brave enough to pursue what you truly desire. You may be rejected, you may fail, but that doesn't diminish your worth. The confidence and clarity in your desires will help you build respect from others and yourself. And most importantly, when you allow yourself to be vulnerable, you allow yourself the opportunity to find true happiness. A happiness that comes from self-acceptance and daring to live true to yourself. Are you ready to embark on a journey of self-discovery and conquer new heights? This week, I have a challenge for you. Practice the I want exercise. Don't think of this as just a simple game. It's the doorway to a path of self-transformation, helping you become the best version of yourself. Dare to say "I want" in every situation, from small daily decisions to big life goals. I want to eat this dish. I want to travel to that place. I want to pursue this passion. I want to express my feelings to that person. Don't hesitate. Let the voice of your heart lead the way. At first, you may feel awkward, even scared. But don't worry, that's completely normal. As Helen Keller once said, "Life is either a daring adventure or nothing at all." Be brave to step out of your comfort zone, accept the challenge, and you will discover wonderful things waiting for you. Observe the change in yourself and those around you. You will feel the confidence, positive energy, and attraction radiating from within. People will look at you with admiration and respect because they see in you determination, courage, and the desire to conquer. And most importantly, you will realize that "I want" is not just a phrase, but the key to living an authentic life, full of passion and aspiration. As Viktor Frankl, the father of the existential psychology school, wrote, "Everything can be taken from a man, but one thing, the last of the human freedoms, to choose one's attitude in any given set of circumstances. 1. Choose a positive, proactive, and assertive attitude. Let "I want" be the compass that guides you to success and happiness. This is just the beginning, but I believe that with effort and perseverance, you will become the confident, courageous, and authentic man you've always wanted to be." Excellent! Are you ready to embrace the power of "I want" and create positive changes in your life? Don't hesitate any longer. Act now! The power of these words is truly amazing, especially when you express them with confidence and sincerity. And the best part? I'll show you how to apply them to your daily life in the most natural and effective way. Many men make the mistake of being too agreeable or indecisive when talking to women. They often say things like, "We can do whatever you want," or "I don't know, whatever you like is fine." This only shows uncertainty, making the woman feel a lack of leadership. What you may not realize is that when you are too flexible or vague about your desires, you are not showing confidence, and this can turn a woman off faster than you think. Now that you know the secret of these two powerful words, let's get to the important part, how to use them in real life. Because yes, saying "I want" seems simple, but applying it daily is what makes a real difference. For example, when asking a woman out, instead of saying something vague like, "Hey, if you want, we could meet sometime," be direct and say, "I want to take you to dinner this Friday." See the shift in dynamic? You no longer sound like someone seeking approval or an order. Instead, you appear direct, clear, and confident, which attracts her. Next, when starting a conversation with a woman you're interested in, instead of being vague or too shy, say something like, "I want to get to know you better. Let's grab coffee this week." This shows that you care in a direct and straightforward way, which can be very attractive because it reflects honesty and clarity. Before we continue, let me ask you, have you ever thought about sending just one text message that could make a woman crave you instantly? Imagine a message so powerful that it occupies her mind, making her think about you constantly, even when she's with someone else, or sees you as just a friend. These secret phrases trigger an obsession, making her excited and desperate to see you. But be careful. If you don't want her to fall head over heels in love, don't use these phrases. Ready to make her unable to take her eyes off you? Click the first link below to download these compelling messages and watch her count down the minutes until your next date. Finally, in a more advanced relationship stage, if you already have someone you're dating, you can use "I want" to express your desires in a positive way. Instead of saying, "Whatever you like is fine," be clear and direct by saying, "I want to spend more time with you this weekend. Let's plan something together." This shows that you value your time with her and are proactive in strengthening the relationship. It's important not to confuse confidence with arrogance. Saying "I want" gives you the appearance of security and clarity without making you seem imposing. However, if you don't use this approach with respect and empathy, it can easily be misunderstood. So let's clarify this to make sure you don't fall into that trap. Here's what's important to remember for this technique to work effectively. But before we go any further, if you're enjoying this content, leave the phrase "I want" in the comments to see how many of you are true alpha males. Taking action now is the key to unlocking the door to success and change. If you like this tip, leave a comment with the phrase, "I want," so I know who will practice this tip. Not only that, doing this also shows that you are ready to step forward and act for change. As the famous writer Dale Carnegie once said, action breeds courage. Hesitation breeds fear. Let's start by taking action right now. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel, like the video, and share it with your friends. These small actions make a big difference, not only helping the channel grow, but also spreading positivity to those around you. After all, we all deserve a little motivation to live the life we truly desire, right? As Steve Jobs once said, your time is limited, so don't waste it living someone else's life. Live the life you truly desire, and I'm always here, ready to offer sincere advice to help you achieve that. Remember, making changes in your life starts with small actions. Use what you learned today, and I'm sure you'll notice the difference right away. Because only by taking action can we truly change our future. Let you and me create that journey together, starting now. Believe in yourself, believe in the power of I want, and you will create miracles.